One day. Hello? Hello? You can hear me? You sure you can? Hello? Hello? Alright, maybe it's just really quiet. Quieter than I expected it to be. I think this is weird, that's why. You talk. There we go.
Boom. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, that works. It's not how it's supposed to work for this, but it works.
We are live. A little technical difficulty right there, but we are good now.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to Thought Patrol. We had a couple weeks off. A lot of big things in the making, moves. A lot of calls had to be made, but we're good, and we are having a very happy holiday special.
Yep. Whatever day it is.
Did we ever figure that out?
I don't even know.
I think it's Memorial Day.
I don't know at all.
It's Memorial. Because it was like flags, that kind of stuff today.
All right.
And Labor Day, that's like, I want a free day off. That's not like, remember the fallen. That's just like, well, I'm a worker and I deserve a day off.
How about a no work day?
That's pretty much what it is. Anyways,
With a fancy name.
Let's start rambling and let's go.
I didn't even get my drinks set up.
Go.
You start things off.
Ooh. First of all, these glasses, so dumb. I love them. Okay, lots to talk to today. First of all, let's start with the newest stuff. Nike just announced Colin Kaepernick is like their poster boy. He's in charge of some movement or something that they're doing. I don't want to get into too much of what I think about Kaepernick. Kneeling or standing for the flag. To sum it up, I think he has the right to kneel. All the people saying like, oh, we must stand. No, you technically can kneel. Do I think it's disrespectful? Yeah, that's one of the times America comes together. But either way, I'm not getting too into that. I really don't really care that much because he's isn't he irrelevant? He hasn't been a starter in like 2 or 3 years. He had 1.5 great years where he was a phenomenal player. And then he just kind of fell off and was terrible. So why he's still relevant? Did he create some movement about kneeling for the flag? Maybe. I mean, I guess he did. And they keep bringing him back. So Nike is now with him, and a lot of people think it's great. If you love Kaepernick, you think this is the greatest thing in the world, and it seems like everyone's buying more Nike. But if you're kind of on the right side of things, not like right isn't correct, but right isn't like political on the right side of the aisle, you probably think this is the stupidest move, and you're probably going to boycott Nike. I don't buy Nike anyway, so I'm just going to continue not buying it. Unless there's something cool, then I will buy it. I don't think this is going to affect me in any way. Well, it did affect me because I did talk about it live. Anyway, so that just happened like earlier today. Everyone on Twitter's freaking out. I don't really care. I'm going to keep buying Yeezys. You see those neon ones? Oh, they're so cool. They have these neon, like yellow, and it's all, they're so ugly. I need them. Okay. Next, Eminem, Marshall Mathers, released a new album. Yesterday? 2 days ago? I think 2 days ago. Right at midnight, he just kind of dropped an album out of nowhere. No press, no tour announced or anything. He just kind of like, oh, here's an album. I listened to a little bit of it, and he definitely goes off. There was like this YouTube video, like all the disses, all the rappers that Eminem goes after. I don't know. The album was real, just mediocre, I think. Nothing too special. We're talking about, you missed a complete topic.
A
whole topic.
I missed a whole damn topic.
A whole one. We are on Eminem's new album now.
Oh, I didn't listen to that at all.
I skimmed a little bit of it.
I've never been a listener of him so much. Here and there. I mean, obviously, but
he I don't know. I think it wasn't bad. From what I heard. I haven't listened to the whole thing, so maybe what the hell do I know? But it seemed like it was okay. Nothing crazy. I didn't really hear any like hits that were gonna like change the game or anything.
Change the world.
Right. It was just kind of whatever. And definitely went after some people, like kind of attacking modern day mumble rap.
Mm-hmm.
And
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
yeah, he basically kind of says that he's like chicken wing, finger ring, like that. Anyways. Okay, I'm just gonna act like I don't see that. What was I just gonna say? I had all these transitions in my head. Oh, I'm kind of torn. Do I think Eminem should retire? Because he's definitely past his prime. I don't think we're ever gonna get another like Slim Shady album, like anything as big as Curtain Call or what it was.
As big as things he's done before. I don't know.
Right.
Don't ask me how to.
He's definitely past his prime. And then when does a band or an artist, when do they call it quits? You have someone like Andre 3000, which there was the meme that was shared all like yesterday, like, oh, the guy, he realizes
yesterday.
That's how the meme world goes, man. It was all over everywhere for yesterday. Now it's dead
For an hour.
It's like, is he past his prime? Do you retire? And then like, because Eminem's not really a good producer.
No.
No, he like Kanye West. Where are my Yeezys?
The boxes.
Like he's someone who could retire from rapping and just produce, and it would be fantastic. But Eminem, he was like #1 in like 17 different countries. This new album, so I guess people still like him.
All right.
But and then Machine Gun Kelly came after him in like a diss track.
Okay.
And that was kind of okay. He's like, I used to look up to you, but then you came after me. Now I'm going after you. I don't get in the rap game why everyone is like constantly after each other.
There has to be drama.
Like, but so you have like metal and rock or country. They're not going after each other. They're not saying like, down that old dirt road, I fucked your mom. Like,
fuck you, Leonard Skin.
Like, why? What is it about rap that they have to? There's diss tracks. There's no diss tracks in any other style of music or art.
If there is, I feel like there is, but it's few and far between. If there is, and some of those might be as a joking reference to disses or diss lines, at least in rap, rather than coming from their own world.
Sure.
Of needing to.
Do you think any of it's manufactured? Like, do you think like J. Cole is going to say to Kendrick Lamar, like, "Hey, we should have a feud," and that's gonna because I have an album coming out, and that could build.
Are those metal bands? Kidding. I don't know.
Probably the two most lyrical rappers in the game.
Okay, I don't know any of their bodies of work. No, I feel like there's definitely some engineering somewhere. I don't know about with theirs possibly, but I definitely feel like it'd be really easy to.
I'm a big like conspiracy fan like that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think like their producers and the record labels are like, hey, you guys should have a manufactured fight, and we can make so much money on these diss tracks. Do I think every diss track is that? No, but to say that happens, I think is true.
Then YouTube was like, hey, Logan Paul.
Ooh,
we got an idea.
We're going to talk
for
about that. That is a good transition.
Oh, you're welcome.
There was that Logan Paul versus KSI fight, which do people actually like them? It made so much money. It made so much money.
Anything that I saw that I liked from Logan was that he had some like his vines. I liked those when I first saw them. And
those were just short enough.
It's either vines or just like GIF memes of him that were good, and yeah, and then
I think they were just short enough where you didn't know enough about him to hate him.
Yeah.
But then as soon as he came out with like 20-minute videos of like him like in Japan, and it's like, wow, I hate this guy.
Even his videos though, I didn't mind as much in comparison to his brothers. I definitely
Jake Paul or whatever.
Yeah, and then I saw his, and I was like, but I was really confused because they look really fucking similar.
I thought they were the same person.
And then I was like, no, the other guy's name wasn't Jake. And when I first saw one of his videos, though, I was like, this guy kind of sucks.
Okay.
Just in general for trying too hard, all these things. I was like, I don't know about this guy, but Logan, I still liked him enough. Saw some of his videos.
How did people
here and there?
How did there was that group of people in LA that just became Vine famous? like
Yeah.
King Batch.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
Yeah, I like him a lot, but
He's really good.
he wasn't anyone before. Was he just a regular person? And they said, I'm just going to really get into this Vine stuff?
He might have been a little bit more prominent. I mean, don't quote me. I don't know
I'm
this
quoting-
for sure.
I'm
I'm guessing that he was potentially prominent on social media, anyways, like Twitter and stuff, because he definitely had. I think he might have had some YouTube videos too. I think he really took off
Yeah.
more with Vine and
there was that
or
like the
other YouTube things. from
Mexican
that.
guy who's like really good at piano and guitar and stuff.
Okay.
Who's like really short. You've seen him.
I think I have.
guarantee
I think I know what you're talking
it.
about.
I forget. He was always my favorite.
All right.
I feel bad I don't know his name, and just that Mexican guy.
I liked him so much.
He had that really cool.
Whatever his name was.
That what you call it? Universe.
Kajigger.
You almost said a bad word.
I said ka.
Okay. So the Logan Paul KSI fight.
It's not even the right.
So basically, these two internet celebrities who most people hate, but I think people like hate watch them.
I never even knew who KSI was before.
Some idiot. I was actually rooting for KSI because I dislike Logan Paul more,
All right.
and I really don't know enough about KSI to really hate him.
Yeah.
But I'm sure everyone does. And I watched like some of the press releases where they're like yelling at each other, and he's like Walmart
I'm gonna-
talking about like where you sell your clothes or something. I don't know. I don't get it. But it ended up being a draw.
I
Well,
heard-
Jake
yeah.
Paul lost.
Oh,
Right?
in the first round with against. Was it KSI's brother? No, it wasn't KSI's
KSI's
brother.
a cousin or something.
Okay.
I don't know his name.
I'm trying to center you up a little bit more here. Let me.
Yeah, give me front and center. So that fight would actually had a winner, but then the main event was a tie, and everyone was like, "We want a refund," and now they're saying that it was always going to be a two-parter
Okay.
or something.
It's different.
Like they already had the rematch planned, which I'm
That sounds manufactured. Now.
exactly. I think
More than manufactured.
they were like not trying to go for like necessarily a knockout. They wanted the tie because, like I said, they made so much money. They made I forget how much it was, but like you had to pay $10 or $7 on YouTube to watch it. Even if you have YouTube Red, like I already paid $15 a month for YouTube, and then you'd have to pay another $10 for this event.
My understanding is at least $10 was a cheap price in comparison to other UFC.
Yeah, like
fights
the
and
Conor
stuff. It
McGregor
was,
thing.
which is kind of like a throwaway price in comparison to
Sure.
other things, at least.
Because that was $100 when I bought that.
Damn.
But everyone chipped in.
Damn.
But if you think about it, everyone chipped in $10 when
To-
I
towards
hosted
it, yeah.
that thing. So like, I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And everyone, I think it.
Eh, unless you just got money and you're like, I'm watching this alone. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you got all this money. I think I have $17 in my pocket. So I'm a big thing. I think a lot of the sports are now manufactured, kind of like the NBA. I was going off some tangents like a few years ago how I think the NBA is rigged. Not that that's really relevant right now, but I think they want to get it to Game 7 because the more games there are, the more money that's made. So they're going to keep postponing it, like I think they did with this fight.
All right.
I hope that no one buys this next fight and they make less money because them having less makes me more happy.
I hope they all fail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hate when I write these notes, like when I'm like last night when we were drinking,
I hate when I note these rights.
and I don't remember what I meant by any of this.
Point number 4 is just gibberish.
I have these things that don't. Make...
This one just says margarita, screwdriver,
Yeah.
coffee.
Oh, okay, I got one. Louis C.K.
Shopping
We
list?
talked about Louis C.K. A while ago.
Yep.
And so basically, long story short, he was, I don't want to say victim. He was accused in this Me Too movement.
He's a victim.
No, he was accused of pleasuring himself in front of women, like him standing in the door and saying like, "Hey, let me do this while you watch," and he was into that or something. Which is wrong. I mean, even if you're into that, people can be into whatever they want. I don't care, but like, it seemed kind of like
you kink shaming him.
do whatever. Hey man, do whatever you want. But
Go eat a whole bag of dicks. Unless that's your kink, then. Well, I guess then, dude.
then
Never
double
mind.
do it.
Then,
Either
then do it. Just a bag of them.
either way.
Literally.
So he did that, and then it seemed like he didn't necessarily ask these women. It was kind of just like, hey, I'm going to do this right now. And then they were like, oh, and then they
Oh
like didn't know what to do, made it an awkward
My
situation.
eyes.
So then he kind of lost all his shows. Netflix took down his specials, and he hasn't really done anything.
no!
About a-
Surprise.
About a week ago, at the Comedy Store, he made a surprise appearance, and some people were like, okay, it's good. He paid his due. He did his time. Welcome him back. But then other people are like, no, what did he really do? It's been like 6 months. He didn't really learn. He still got a ton of money. He didn't really learn anything. He hasn't like made a charity.
Yeah.
You have to go through the steps to act like you care or something. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. Here's my thing that not a whole lot of people are talking about because I'm just so smart and clever and I'm always pushing the envelope. 'Cause
I'm just the best.
yeah. When I'm thirsty, I drink water.
Something about me. Something original about me.
I drank water.
I drink not water.
Yeah, what the hell? Anyway, Joe Rogan actually did talk a little bit about this, but
Water.
I don't think it was. I think it's fine if Louis C.K. comes back.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should like come out with another formal apology, say, hey, what I did was wrong. Maybe start some charity donation, whatever. Do it, and then it's fine if he never goes on Netflix again. But he's big enough where he can just kind of do it on his own. He can release specials.
He's got a known name.
Right. And he can release specials on Amazon or YouTube. Or he just say, hey, I'm going to be at this park.
Even then, though, too, I still, I didn't look into it myself, but I feel like there's still a shroud of mystery about what even happened, let alone, they're putting it up there with rape.
Yeah, what he
They're
did definitely
treated like a
wasn't.
rapist.
What he did isn't as bad as.
A lot of
There's
things.
different levels to everything, obviously. And
It sounds like he did something pretty decent a few times. Okay. Shit.
that's not like he killed someone.
But yeah, he didn't rape someone, didn't kill someone,
What he did was wrong.
didn't rape and kill
Let's
someone.
Make that clear.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but what he did was pretty low on the what he could have done.
It was way other. Tide Pod stuff's getting to me. It was way more serious crimes that a lot of actors, famous people have committed that they come back instantly from it. Like, oh, they got a ticket for
Like
driving drunk.
Like Lil Pump is on house arrest.
Or yeah, whatever. And
See all
then,
those diamonds he had? Oh my god, so good.
and it just comes back without any hesitation at all. Even those were possibly unsafe things, depending what they're doing.
Sure.
Some of them violent, possibly too. And it just kind of comes back pretty easily.
Here's my thing. I'm fine with him coming back.
Yeah.
But I'm not fine with him being like a surprise guest at the comedy club. Because I think there are people who maybe have been sexually assaulted or whatever.
That got triggered by it.
I'm usually the first one making fun of people for getting triggered, but I also think people should be able to choose who they see, and especially when there's someone really controversial like this, where he's hot off of a Me Too accusation and admitted to it, and then you have these people in the audience who are like, "Hey, I'm going to go to the comedy club," and then this guy who's really controversial comes up. They didn't sign up for that. I think if he's going to come back and people are going to have him at comedy clubs, you should say Louis C.K. will be here. And then the free market of people's and their opinions, and they can pay with their wallet.
Had to throw in free market.
I love
in there.
capitalism. Gee. That's how we lose viewers right there.
0, -3, negative.
We owe them money.
We owe them viewers. I guess the only thing that I had about it myself was that some of the backlash I saw to him being at the comedy club as a surprise was that they were being forced to watch it there, and I was like, well, you kind of go there to any comedy club, especially if there is an open night. I'm not sure if there's an open mic night. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but you don't know who you're going to be subject to. You go there not for a specific reason. So, and if they really didn't
That's
like
true.
it, then they easily could have left, because if you didn't like the comedy that's on stage of this random potential, then you would leave or
Sure.
not listen to it.
I still think because he's off this hot controversy,
An A-lister.
I
A-lister,
I
bro.
usually would agree with you, but I will disagree now because I think people still are going to have really wild opinions, and some people are going to be affected by what he did or whatever. So I don't think it's necessarily right what they did, but I am fine with him coming back. But
A closed door. My PTSD.
Jesus. Okay. I have decided.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about me for a while. Everyone's favorite topic. So,
Nikolai Patrol.
ooh, Nikolai's gonna start patrolling in the air. I'm taking it to the air. I am buying
Air Patrol.
Air Patrol.
Sky King.
I'm looking into buying a ultralight plane. If you don't know what they are, you can YouTube it, and they're pretty sweet. It's basically like this rinky-dink, tiny, like 1 or 2 seater airplane that you can buy for like $7,000 to $10,000, depending on how good of a one you want. And they go like maybe 40 miles an hour, like way slower than you think, and they fly way lower than you think. I saw one fly above my house, like the first month I moved in here. This guy was like 2 telephone poles up. Not like an airplane, like you look up and it's like in the sky. This thing's like right above your house. And the thing is, there's no rules up there. Like, the main reason I'm looking into this is I got like 3 tickets the other day, all for not stupid reasons, speeding and whatever. I wasn't even going that fast. Mom, if you're listening.
Tee-hee.
But if you had a plane, you just fly over everybody. You go as the crow flies, whatever they do it.
Yeah.
You don't even need a driver's license, which that's probably kind of shaky with the laws on that thing. But I mean, play with the game you got or whatever. If I had a car and a plane, but just like the plane was my main mode of transportation, like where do I go? I go to work, I go to Walmart, gym every now and then. I need to go more often, and like you can just park it on a street. I could drive that thing to work every day.
Park it on a roof.
Yeah, why not? I don't understand why these things aren't like way more common. I think if they were more common, then there'd be more laws, and then they'd get dumb. Like you'd have to wear a seatbelt or something. Blah, blah, blah. Stupid.
So I'm gonna give us a quick example of what it's gonna look like.
What is?
Fast forward a month after he gets this plane, this is gonna back on this, and then we're doing hey, welcome to Thought Patrol. Rip Nikolai. He's no longer with us.
Save on costs. You don't have to work 2 cameras anymore.
Just a quick look into the future. Just
Right,
wanna
yeah.
let you-
So Nikolai bought a ultralight plane, and it just exploded, and now he's dead.
He literally bought it and exploded.
you don't even go off the air. You just like turn the key or whatever. And Nikolai. No, but I'm dead serious about it.
You know how much I like my brain videos of things exploding when they shouldn't. Just
So dumb. I think I would need to get a bigger garage because I don't think you can just keep that thing outside.
I think we can just build a garage on top. That way it never gets on the ground.
Ooh, just always in the air.
I don't want to make this thing dirty.
Ooh. Okay. Anyway, here's something we'll hit a little harder on topics. Free speech and social media regulations.
Ooh.
Now,
Shut
here's
down.
yeah. Cancel it. Demonetized. I'm a libertarian mostly, and I think private businesses have the right to do whatever they want. I think they should have the right to refuse service to anyone for any reason. I obviously would hope that they don't do that, but I think you have the right to do that. And so a tough topic comes to social media. So like when someone gets banned, usually it's like, well, I disagree with you banning them, but it's a private company. They can do whatever they want.
It can get shitty, but not illegal.
Right, and I want them to have that right. Like I want, let's say a bakery or whatever. I want them to be able to say,
No.
let him do what he wants. This is the office cat.
It's a fucking
studio.
cat.
There's just water in there, Fingolfin. I want someone to say, I only serve people who are 5'10".
And hops and malted barley.
Yeah, or like, I want anyone to be able to say, I can refuse service to anyone for any reason, blah, 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 blah. But social media now, it's a little different because I don't think it's necessarily as free market as it should be. Where you kind of have to be on social media, and there's only like 2 or 3 that necessarily aren't competing against each other, and it's now kind of public forum. So there's kind of a new push where maybe, and I hate words like regulation and stuff like that, but maybe social media does need to be regulated. And you see people on like the left saying like Trump, like, not to get into Trump stuff, but Trump shouldn't be able to ban anyone. People are saying like, oh, he's the president and all of his tweets need to be visible for everyone. He can't delete anything, yada, yada, yada. And I get that point.
Yeah.
But isn't it just a social media? Can't he do whatever he wants? So like they're saying, hey, we want to regulate this. But then whenever Twitter bans someone, then they're like, oh, they just banned him for any reason. I'm kind of on the... I'm now thinking that social media should be regulated. And I don't even sound like a libertarian. But because it's kind of... they have a monopoly over online common space. Would that be the right word? Online... Yeah. I think I used that word correctly.
Let's go with that. It works.
I need more water.
I'm trying to see if we have any views on our YouTube stream.
This is the first one on YouTube, right?
We're trying it on YouTube now.
Nice.
Get ready to
for
be banned from everything.
phone just explodes.
I also am slowly trying to go through some of the saved videos we have and take clip sections
Nice.
and put them on our YouTube so people can watch us whenever we forget to stream. I mean, for when we're not streaming.
Heyo.
Sometimes I'm tired. A lot.
Right.
Just give me a
No, I told
give me a lot of breaks.
I told everyone we were making important business deals. That's why we weren't streaming. You missed that part. You were drinking your bleach.
I was doing business with my bed by sleeping in it. That's all I was doing.
Nasty. This is a family show.
It is.
Keep it PG. Do we have anything else to talk about? We kind of ran through a lot. All my topics. We hit Eminem, Colin Kaepernick with Nike, free speech, libertarian, social media, Logan Paul, and with the fixing things, Louis C.K., ultralights. We kind of hit everything. We were kind of on a jam today.
Can you guess why I am wearing this often not worn shirt of mine?
Withern.
Whomstead of. Do you know why?
No, what's the special occasion?
This is my funeral. This shirt I bought randomly at Goodwill. I mean, brand new. I mean, at Goodwill many moons ago, a few years ago, and now anytime I see Superbad, it reminds me of
Jonah Hills.
Don't get me wrong, it's not like his shirt. It just reminds me of like
kind of.
I feel like it would belong in the same closet,
sure,
as that shirt. So that's why I was putting this on.
Okay, because we watched
Superbad last night.
Superbad's a good movie.
That's really good. It's a really good movie.
I watched this.
Super gay.
Oh yeah. I watched this. This is kind of why I wanted to watch it yesterday. This like YouTube video. It was like 20 minutes long about why Superbad holds up over time compared to say like American Pie.
Yeah.
Like American Pie, you watch it now and it's kind of like, that's not so good. And I would recommend it. Maybe we'll put it in the description or something. Probably not. But they talk about how they don't use like current music.
Yeah.
Because that gets old. Like 2 years later, the movie seems extremely dated.
Yeah.
And they did it like kind of retro style. Because if they did it like when it came out, like 10 years ago or 11 years ago, like right now we'd be looking back.
However the fuck
like,
long
how
ago.
we look at like American Pie. It's like this is
When did I graduate high school?
This is really dated.
Yeah. That said, some of those movies, I feel like I guess the right era, depending on liking the era. The ones like from the 90s that have a 90s soundtrack, that's almost kind of their pull. that makes them a little bit better because it's music that I
Sure.
liked or someone else wanted to hear. So they'll hear that dated music, and so the movie maybe feels older than it should, but
Maybe,
for
but
good reasons.
we're probably we're pretty biased because we've seen that and we already like it.
They could be too.
Say someone like who's never seen any movies would watch American Pie and Superbad. They would probably like Superbad more because it maybe wouldn't feel dated. I don't know. I don't know how
I
that
think
works.
everyone watching right now, so all -5 people. I'm kidding. It's 5 million.
we had a good amount.
There's actually a few watching right now.
Yeah, good.
Hello. There's people.
There's always people. Some
Need to
people.
watch the movie Dirty Work. That's a
Never seen
personal
it.
favorite of mine with a much younger Norm Macdonald and his very dry humor. I love it though.
I don't.
I
don't.
think because of some of those movies or things he did way earlier, I like it.
Okay.
Sometimes him alone's a little odd, but I still like it. I guess just knowing him.
I can't get into him. It's like way too dry. It's not even funny, at least to me. Maybe it's like King of the Hill humor. It's
I like King of the Hill humor enough.
not really.
It can get extra and boring easily. Yes. However, I can be boring sometimes. No, I like it. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's just the kind of comedy it is, I think. And maybe it's for some people. Maybe it's not for everybody. Who knows? Right, Fingolfin? Yeah.
Fucking meow.
Meow.
Fucking meow.
Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for today. No challenge. We are trying to get someone to do the Death Nut Challenge live. Hopefully next week. I think
We
we're
had
gonna have-
someone lined up, but
hopefully next week we're going to do that. So we'll bring back the challenges. Next week we are confirmed in the slot in studio
bring back the
for
challenges.
another. Yeah,
I didn't know it was a.
We used to do challenges every week.
I didn't know it was a for sure reoccurring thing. I thought it was
Good save, good save.
thought it was just a occasional thing.
We're bringing them back. You didn't even know they were gone.
Whether they were there in the first place or not.
50% of the people in this room didn't even know they were a thing.
60% of the time.
Works every time. All right. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, everyone. Have a blessed day, and we will see you next week, Sunday, at our regular time.
Some rain in the background.
I threw that rain in there.
Oh wait, hold on, I forgot. Here we go. This is what
Revolutions.